Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back for another video. This is Justin from SeatX, and today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to install one of our rear seat deletes on an M4 G82. I'm going to go through the entire installation process from removing the rear seats to what tools you need, and then finally installing the rear seat delete itself. There's absolutely no drilling or cutting required. Everything bolts to the factory locations, and you'll actually be using some of your factory hardware as well. This customer decided to go with a full carbon fiber rear seat delete. It's the lightest one on the market, weighing in at only 4 pounds. Let's get started on the install.
Here are all the tools you will need: a 10mm socket, a T50 and T20 Torx bit, an extension, a 10mm wrench, a clip removal tool, our provided hardware and brackets, Loctite, and tape. The customer had already removed the rear seats, but here's how it's done for reference. There are 3 metal tabs securing the lower seat cushion. Pull straight up on the seat to release all 3 tabs and remove the bottom portion. Then pull the seat releases located in the trunk. Once you have the bottom portion of the seat removed, you could then move on to removing the side bolsters to get the top portion of the rear seat out. And to do that, there are 2 bolts for the side bolster. One is behind this here. This just pops out. You can put a pry tool under here and pop this out. There's a bolt right behind it. And same thing down here. You're going to remove this bolt here, and then the side bolster pulls out. After that, you're going to move on to the back portion of the seat here. There are 6 bolts total. 2 here, 2 here, and then there's actually a bolt holding in underneath the side bolster here for the back seat on either side. Once you do that, you're going to be able to remove the rear seat completely, and you're going to want to install the side bolsters back into place just like this. After you remove the rear seats and have the side bolsters back into position, you're going to want to remove the seat latches. Those are held in by 2 13mm bolts. After removing the 2 13mm bolts, you'll see a metal hook and a plastic clip securing the latch in place. Pry upward carefully to release bolt and remove the latch. This is how the back should look. Bottom portion out, top portion out, with just the side bolsters remaining. You have the option to remove your seat belt as well. Just beware, there's the possibility that it throws a code on your dash. Most of my customers have said it did not, but just beware that it could happen. These are the 4 locations you're going to be using. You're going to be using these 2 bolts here, and up here there's a clip. Up here there's a clip that you remove. Those are the 4 locations that you're going to use to mount the rear seat delete brackets and studs. First thing you're going to do is install the provided brackets into these locations here using a T50 Torx bit. Go ahead and use those same bolts to mount this back. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is install this stud into this location here as so. If you can fit your hand behind here to get it started with the nut behind it, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we're going to go from back here with an extension and a 10mm socket at the end of it to get it started. Attach a 10mm socket to an extension and place the 10mm nut inside the socket. Use a small piece of tape to hold the nut in place so it doesn't fall out during installation. And tighten them around this height here, about an inch, inch and a half. Alright, now that you have all 4 mounting points mounted and fastened, it's time to install your rear seat delete. We're going to install the top portion first, followed by the bottom portion. Just 2 quick notes: when you install the top portion, make sure you are sliding it behind this
little piece here, and then same thing when you're installing the bottom piece, you want to slide right underneath it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about once we install the full delete. If you don't do it that way, it's not going to fit how it's supposed to.
Start with the top panel held high and slide it downward into position. Don't push straight back as the taper design requires a downward slide. Once it's fully seated near the lower brackets, push it back until the quick release clicks onto the stud. The front button will pop out to confirm it's locked in place.
Again, make sure you're sliding it behind this section here. Okay, and then this one slides underneath here. The next thing you want to do is check all of your gaps between the top of the delete along with in between the rear seat deletes. There should not be any gap here at all. So if there is gap here, either you have to push this one out or you have to lower this one down. For example, if we lower the studs, it'll begin to get closer and closer to the gap that it's supposed to be at. They should be just barely touching each other.
After both panels are in position, just go around and check for any gaps. There should be minimal to no gaps around all seams, and if there are, go back and adjust the stud height on either the top panel or the bottom panel. Your rear seat delete is now completely installed. Alrighty, at this point in the video, you're probably just finishing your installation, or maybe you're checking out one of our rear seat deletes and wanted to get an idea of the installation process. Either way, thank you for your support. I'm super excited to be a part of your build. And if you're enjoying the content this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. I also recommend to check out our other social media platforms. This way you don't miss out on any of our new builds or any of our sponsorship opportunities. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.